Good morning, everybody. It's Neck of the Woods here. And this is a video request by one of my subscribers. He goes by the name of Andre Bermudez. And I think he basically was reminding me that I guess a long time ago I said that I'm going to do a video series talking about the reality of Los Angeles, California, through the eyes of a black man. Actually, that's the name of this video. This is the first video in the video series. So, like, I might have said that in earlier videos of mine, and I think I might have made a comment on other YouTubers. And he just was like, hey, Neck of the Woods, when are you gonna do that video talking about Los Angeles from the black man's perspective? So I wanted to actually get a few things out of the way first, but I guess I've taken too long. I was in the process of giving out definitions of particular words that I use, that I not only use really in my personal life, but I also use it on YouTube. I just started using these particular words like t-shirt nigga and Stanley, many other words. I wanted to get that out of the way first, but you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and do this video because it needs to be talked about. And shout out to you also, Andre Bermudez. He always makes comments in my videos, and he watches my videos, and I do appreciate that. So, the city of Los Angeles through the eyes of a black man. So, I'm a black man. I'm a black American man. That's, I've already made that clear early on. I live here in Los Angeles. Right now, as I make this video, it's actually at the top of the hour at 10 in the morning. I'm going to an interview and whatnot. So, but I'm here in West LA. I'm in a nice Jewish neighborhood and whatnot, and there's no black people whatsoever. They do not live here, not in large numbers. Actually, probably very minuscule, very small number. If you are in this neighborhood here in West LA, you're not going to see any black people whatsoever. And I kind of feel that's really the theme of Los Angeles. You really don't see too many black people unless you're pretty much in South Central, Watts, which is like the extreme south part of LA, Compton, Watts, Crenshaw, Inglewood, those places. Inglewood is a separate city, but it's still considered LA. I'm not from LA. I actually was born and raised in Orange County, which is the suburbs, about 35 miles southeast of Los Angeles. So I grew, and it's very different over there, completely different, dynamic, and somewhat different culture. So I was raised up under that situation. And I started living here in LA when I moved back from Tennessee. And I came back out here in 2007, early 2007. And I was so excited to be back in California because I had lived in Tennessee for about 8 years, about 7.5 to 8 years. I had went to college, graduated at Tennessee State University, which is in Nashville. And that was a horrible experience for me. And for any of my subscribers and viewers out there who want to hear me do a video talking about my experiences in Tennessee, I'm going to need you guys to give me a request on that, because that's really not on my itinerary of videos I want to talk about. But if you want me to do that, just request. I need people to request that, and I will talk about it. But my experience in Tennessee was so bad. I mean, I do talk about it in my videos, but in bits and pieces. I prefer. That's just how horrible that was. So, but if you guys want me to talk about that, give me a video request. But at that time, when I moved back to California, I wasn't going to live in Orange County no more, because my mom had passed away. And I had a couple, I think, of so-called friends at the time that I had stayed in touch with. But I really just stayed in LA with my dad. That's starting off, and that was a rough start in itself. But I've come to not be excited about Los Angeles anymore like I was when I first moved back here 10 years ago. I've went through a lot. I've experienced a lot out here. I've matured. I've grown as a person, as an individual. I've learned a lot of things. And I've had many bad experiences living in LA. Many, many, many bad experiences. Just like kind of I had many bad experiences living in Tennessee, but just on a different scale and for a different reason. Okay, let me just break it to all of you guys who do not live in LA, who have no clue, and this goes to anybody who's listening, no matter what race you may be. LA is not as far as I'm concerned, this is not the progressive, so-called progressive liberal city that it has the reputation of being. To me, it's not. The Democrat Party and many of the liberal and progressive elements of the Democratic Party, LA is a bastion of that. They can count on a lot of different voters here to push in Democratic candidates easily. But I feel that none of those candidates represent the best interest of black people. I'm just going to say black people, but really black men specifically. It's okay if you're a woman, of any race, if you're gay, especially if you're gay, if you're Latino, if you're Hispanic, then yeah, LA is good for you. But if you're a black man, hell no. Unless you're a gay black man, then it's good for you. But if you're a straight black man, LA is the worst. Okay, so that, to me, that's a myth. It's a myth on all fronts. The Democratic Party, at least what they always claim to say, that they represent the disenfranchised minorities and all that other bullshit, really they leave black men out. So that's really the whole point of this particular video, and I'm gonna do 3 more videos talking about the reality of Los Angeles through the eyes of a black man. This is the first video. This is the overview of the series, pretty much. I just said that. Then there's a lot of Hispanic people here. Now, Andre Bermudez, now that's a Hispanic name, Hispanic last name. Now, I asked him, I said, are you Hispanic? Because I'm going to talk about Hispanic Latinos, not necessarily in a bad way, but they could still get offended because, you're not supposed to talk about Latinos. And he said, I'm just going to say this, he said, my mother is Panamanian. And oh, by the way, I'm black. I'm a black person. I said, oh, okay. So that he's not going to get offended. When I say Hispanic people, I'm not talking about the black Hispanics, to any of you who's listening. And there are a lot of black Hispanics out there, for those who don't know that. A lot of Cubans are black. A lot of Puerto Ricans are black. Dominican Republic, Dominicans are basically black people, whether they recognize it or not, but I don't know. And Panamanian people, the ones I've met, they are black. So there's different types of Hispanic people out there. But when I'm talking about Hispanic Latinos, I'm talking about the brown, quote-unquote brown, so-called brown Latinos, and a lot of the white-looking ones, too. And they kind of commingle with each other, from what I notice. And I don't have nothing against them. From what I observed, really, they're just taking advantage of opportunities, whereas black people really don't. But that's another video. But as a result of them taking advantage of their opportunities, they continue to come to LA and the surrounding LA, greater Los Angeles area, and Southern California in general. And they've kind of pretty much taken over the workforce. Now, again, I'm not complaining about that. It is what it is. Us black folks here, we as far as I'm concerned, at every opportunity, we've made ourselves look stupid and crazy at every chance we get. Now, I personally haven't done that, but collectively, black people, we look ridiculous here. We make ourselves look stupid. I don't know about other cities in America. I think we do that all across America, but I'm speaking about Los Angeles. We've done it so much that, well, you have Hispanic people who are the other minority. Well, they've filled in the void, whereas 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years ago, black people, we were that minority here in LA who did these menial jobs and whatnot. And then we got too big for our britches, and then we think we're too good for that. And then, well, we don't do that kind of work, and then Mexican people come in, and not just Mexicans, Salvadorans, Guatemalans, and Honduranians and other Hispanic people, the brown and lighter skinned Hispanic, they've filled in. And so now us black people are no longer needed. And then Hispanic people kind of have got on their high horse. So now a lot of them kind of just treat us like shit. Now, I'm not trying to say like Hispanic people are bad, because as a matter of fact, generally speaking, I actually get along with Hispanic people, and white people for that matter. I get along with them better than I do black people. You guys haven't really heard me talk about that too much. I have made a video talking about that. I've made a few videos early on in my video catalog, but so it's not to say, oh yeah, these damn Hispanic people. No, I actually got a lot of love for them. They're the ones that have been there for me, helped me out and everything. But, this is basically an overview. And this is the first video talking about Los Angeles through the eyes of a black man. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and any video requests. I'm out.